My sister, 28 Eve, expects me to pay for her wedding makeup artist because I'm part of the family. This is my second time posting here. My name is Emily. I'm 25 years old. My parents are married. They have 2 daughters, me and my sister Rachel, 28 Geft. We live on the same street, which can make things awkward at times. But we're both adults, so it's not too bad. A few months ago, Rachel decided she wanted to get married. She had been dating this guy for about 3 years by then. I was really happy for her, but that also meant I got dragged into all of her wedding planning. She started telling me about all these things that needed to happen before the wedding. She said stuff like, "Emily, I need you to go with me to choose the flowers," or "Emily, I need you to pick up my bridesmaids' dresses." And I was always like, "Rachel, I don't want to do any of that." But she kept going on and on until eventually I told her that if she didn't stop asking me to help her, I would just go to my parents and tell them what was happening. That seemed to work out okay for a while, and I thought that was over. But then yesterday she came over to my house and asked me to buy her a makeup artist for her wedding. At first I thought she was joking. Like, how could she seriously expect me to pay for that? But nope, she wasn't kidding. "I know it's a lot," she says, "but I feel like since you're part of our family you should chip in." I couldn't believe what she was saying. So I responded by telling her that if that was the case, why did she only ask me to help with the wedding planning? And she gets really defensive and starts yelling at me, saying I'm being selfish and she's not asking me to pay for anything else besides the makeup artist. Which honestly sounds fine to me. So I told her I wasn't paying for it. And she starts crying and saying how I'm ruining everything. She says that it's not fair that she has to deal with all of this alone. So I asked her why she didn't ask one of our other family members to help her instead of me. Because honestly, it seems kind of petty to me to ask someone who doesn't want to help with their wedding. But she just keeps going on and on about how I'm an asshole for not helping her. And I'm sitting there thinking, what even is she talking about? Eventually, I realized she was expecting me to pay $1,000 for a makeup artist. The last thing I said was, "Rachel, I'm sorry, but I'm not paying for your makeup artist." She started crying again and ran out of my house. I'm still trying to figure out what happened. She came back later and apologized and said she didn't mean to yell at me. But I'm still trying to wrap my head around what happened. So, am I the asshole for not wanting to pay for my sister's wedding makeup artist? Edit. I've gotten a couple of comments saying my sister shouldn't have expected me to pay for her makeup artist because of her past behavior. While I understand where they're coming from, I think it's worth noting that I'm 25 and she's 28. We're both adults now, and she knows I wouldn't be able to afford something like that anyway. It feels pretty strange to see everyone saying my sister should be ashamed of herself. I'm definitely disappointed in her, but it's hard for me to say she should be embarrassed. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Also, I wanted to answer some of the questions people have been leaving in the comments. Some of you were wondering why I couldn't just pay for the makeup artist. Honestly, I could afford it if I wanted to, but it's not something I would normally spend money on myself. And even if I could afford it, I would still rather not.